Welcome back, Valley. On today's show, we have a new shot on an iPhone with a host many of you may not be familiar with, a story on someone whose goal is to be on top while doing what they love, a new controversial campus camera, and much more. So sit back and relax because VMSTV starts right now. Hello, Valley, and welcome to the first VMSTV show of the year. For our first segment, we have a story on a not-so-ordinary dog. This is Charlie's story.
Good boy. Dave?
Charlie is like every other dog. He eats, sleeps, and plays.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I am Charlie Peacock's owner, proud owner.
Though, Charlie suffers with epilepsy, a neurological disorder that affects less than 1% of dogs.
Charlie started having seizures when he was about 1 year old. In fact, it was probably a couple weeks after his first birthday, and he had his first seizure. With his seizures, it took a bit to get it under control. So basically, the vet plays around with different potential medicines and combines them to see what works and what doesn't work.
Charlie takes 15 pills a day to try to reduce the amount of seizures that he has.
It is very frightening to watch if you've never seen a seizure, where the whole body starts convulsing ferociously, and he can defecate or urinate all over the floor. He loses all functionality of his body, and his eyes go black.
Though epilepsy has affected Michelle and Charlie physically and emotionally, it has not affected their bond.
I love the fact that Charlie is just the most cuddly, sweet, lovey angel that I've ever encountered.
Throughout the challenges over the years, Charlie has showed epilepsy who's the boss.
His love that he shows and showers people with is my favorite thing about him.
Reporting for VMSTV in Carlsbad, California, with photojournalist Emma calling on, I'm Dylan Bayless.
Thank you, Dylan and Emma, for that heartwarming story. Now it's time for our first campus camera. Take it away, XL.
Hi, my name is Axel, and for today's campus camera, our question is, what are your thoughts on Queen Elizabeth? What are your thoughts on Queen Elizabeth?
I think she was a great monarch, and I'm just bummed out that she died.
It's rather sad, especially since she has been ruling for over 76 years.
It's very sad, very emotional death.
Yeah, it's really just like
Detrimental to all of us.
Rest in peace.
It's kind of sad. I don't really know what else to say.
She was ruling for like over 70 years, which I think was pretty cool. So she's dead. I think she will be missed. It was a sad death.
We'll have a new queen in about 10 years.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
She was a good woman and treated a lot of people with respect, and it's sad that she's gone.
What is your thought on Queen Elizabeth?
It's kind of sad, but things happen in life, so.
Do you know how old she was?
96.
Now it's time to sit down and relax to talk with our very own school custodian, Jerry. Take it away, Nina.
What's up, Valley Vikings, and thank you, Jerry, for being here today.
My pleasure.
So, Jerry, how does this year compare to last year with all the vandalism that was going on?
It has been a lot better this year. The students are doing a much better job in that respect. We don't have nearly the vandalism we had last year, and I think that's a really good thing, really positive.
And that's good. And how does this affect your job when people don't follow the rules?
It makes it a lot more difficult on all of us. We have to spend a lot more time cleaning up and policing. Guys, realize that when you were in 5th grade, you had to sit at a table, you had to raise your hand to get up and leave the cafeteria area. They made you pick it up. As you get older, you get more responsibilities. So now that you're in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grades, you no longer have to sit at a table. You can sit in the quad. You're allowed to go all over campus and eat. With that responsibility comes a lot more. You need to make sure that when you take your food someplace, you do pick it up and put in the trash can. Don't just leave it laying around for animals and birds to get into.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
That's about it. Just keep doing a good job, guys. We really do appreciate the extra help and work.
All right, students, make sure to pick up after yourselves, and that should be it. I'll toss it back to the anchors.
Thanks, Jerry, and make sure to pick up your trash. For today's Shot on an iPhone, we have a very special edition for you guys at the Museum of Making Music.
Welcome to a brand new edition of Shot on iPhone. I'm Reese Benson, and we're at the Museum of Making Music. Let's go. This is the Theramini. It has been used in a lot of horror movies to make scary sounds. So let's try it out. I just want to play something for you guys. I've actually never played piano in my life, so here it goes. Thank you. We're at the Beatles exhibit, and I'm gonna name 3 Beatles, and you're gonna name the 4th. Paul, John, and George. What's the 4th? Thank you, Vikings. This comes to the end of my segment. Don't forget to check out the Museum of Making Music. They're open every single day of the week except for Monday, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks, Reese. You made some sick beats. And the answer to your question is Ringo. Now on to a more serious topic on the recent passing of a great monarch. I will hand it off to Ella Jacobs on the Magic Window.
Hi Valley, I'm Ella Jacobs, and I'll be doing your Magic Window today on Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth was born on April 21st, 1926. She was crowned at the age of 25 after her father sadly passed away. She had a reign of over 70 years. She did many great things in that time, including serving in the armed forces. Queen Elizabeth sadly passed away on September 8th, 2022 at Balmoral Castle in Scotland to natural causes. She will be missed by many, including her family. Now, I'll send it back to Cora.
Thank you, Ella, for that Magic Window segment. Next up is a campus camera from the 7th grade broadcasting class. The question of the day is, what would you change about Carlsbad?
This is Campus Camera. I'm Sean Ernst, and the question we will be asking people today is, if you could change anything about Carlsbad, what would you change and why? If you could change anything about the city of Carlsbad, what would you change and why?
I would change litter because litter is very harmful to the environment.
I would suggest more outdoor dining options. I love being outside.
Homelessness, because there's a lot of homeless people, and I wish we could get them more food and stuff.
I would change the animals. We need crocodiles, monkeys, and alligators.
Lower the gas prices because it's really high right now.
I would put in a pump track for mountain bikes and BMX and more skate parks. Thank you very much.
Good answer.
For it to snow because snow's awesome.
Have more vegetation.
I would bring Ceci's back because it's the OG spot.
Thanks for that amazing campus camera. Next up, we have a story about a fearless young competitor whose goal is to be on top while also having fun.
Let's go surf, bruh!
No matter how much you think you love the ocean, you've never met anyone who loves it as much as this kid.
I'm AJ Iredell, and I'm a competitive athlete.
Before your alarms have even gone off, AJ is on to his morning routine.
I'd wake up at 5:30, do a 20-minute workout. Then I wake up my dad, hey, let's go surf.
AJ's 11 years old, and he's been surfing since he was 3. And in that time, he's gotten such a broad collection of boards that he's lost count. In fact, he says that it doesn't matter what board he uses, but it's the surfer behind the board that really counts.
Let's go surf, man.
The question is AJ going to be Carlsbad's next standout surfer?
Yeah, I feel for me, I'm just connected. I want to surf, all the time.
AJ has been competing since he was 6 years old and has almost exclusively been competing against older competition.
It's intimidating, for sure. And sometimes I'm okay, this is what I'm up against.
AJ's love for the ocean does not just stop at the surface. It continues down below, where exactly he'd like to keep to himself.
I spearfish and I lobster dive in undisclosed locations. And Yeah, it's nice to know that the ocean can still provide you some food on the table.
AJ has been in dozens of competitions and has accumulated so many trophies and medals, it was too much for a shelf to handle. Now, what is the mindset he recommends to accomplish these feats?
Never give up, and just them to remember that their hard work will pay off.
If you are ready to put that to the test and catch some waves with AJ, you know where to find him. For VMSTV with photojournalist Cameron Strother, I'm Jackson Luria.
Thanks, Jackson and Cameron, for that incredible story. The weather has been unpredictable for the past month. It's starting to calm down a little, and Aaron has an update for you guys.
Thanks, Cora. Today I have the weather forecast for you for the next 3 days. So as you can see, today and Thursday it will be partially cloudy with a high of 79, so it would be perfect for surfing. And on Friday it will be a high of 73 with perfect sun. It'd be the greatest time to do pool party or anything else. Now back to Cora.
It still feels like summer. We have already begun working on our next show, and Halloween will be the theme. See you in a few weeks. Bye.
Coming up on the next VMSTV, how close are the white rhinos from becoming extinct?
There's a rhino that this mom hasn't met yet about to come out, and they're about to meet and get their first reactions ever. It's going to be a great story, and I'm happy it's getting aired.